Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik again, and this is the game 1, the Pacific Admirals Edition. This is my play by email match against Deaniks. He's a Japanese player, and for me it is Allied side. The day before Christmas, 23rd December 23rd December 41. And of course more bases in the Philippines are under occupation of the Japanese forces. But so long I can keep the most important bases, it's fine. And my Dutch submarine blockade of Saigon is ongoing, but not really creating too much damage. But similar situation here at California. Most of my convoys are able to bypass all Japanese submarines. So I sent out my Dutch torpedo boats. This is the 3rd carrier division of the Japanese Navy. Let's see if I can score a torpedo hit. Torpedo attack, no hit. My torpedo boat gets 1 hit and 1 kill. Pity. Good opportunity. Only 25% moonlight. Range was perfectly. But the enemy destroyers was able to screen the carriers. Missed opportunity. Next attempt. Here's the Dutch cruiser formation. But the Japanese fleet is able to run away because it's so dark and the Dutch have no radar. And the Dutch commanders are all a little at the lower end. Pity. Now, second attempt. Dutch cruisers catching the Japanese the second time this night. And now we are engaging. 4,000 yards. So 3,000 yards. A hit on an enemy destroyer. Okay. Biggest problem is that Congo is here. Hit on my destroyer. A Dutch one. Oh, range are increasing. Hit on Java, but no penetration. Normally I only want damage the enemy carrier. But somehow the enemy escorts are able to screen them. And there's a torpedo hit on an American destroyer. That one is of course lost now. Still firing, but now it's going down. But it's only American destroyer, and they're all a little at the lower end of the quality and equipment. Second destroyer getting damaged here. And still no hit on enemy carrier. So the first time that there's a salvo on Soyo, but all miss. The Reuter is trying. Java is still attacking enemy destroyers and no carriers. And the Japanese are escaping again. Oh, shitty. So I lost the American destroyer and was only able to hurt 2 Japanese destroyers. This is not, of course, a good outcome, but maybe I scare him. I also ordered all of my Dutch Air Force to make night Navy strikes, but the experience level is so low that they simply cannot locate the enemy. But the day Navy strike, I was scared to try. I have no escort, and I would throw away maybe half of my air fleet. Too early, experience level is too low. Good, so now it's daytime. But don't ask me why. Both commanders don't want to fight each other. It looks like the Dutch are not able to really find the enemy again. Ah, pity. At least I find a Japanese submarine, and I can damage it in shallow water. A Japanese submarine intercepted a light cargo ship, but who cares? And now I know there's enemy carriers at Nomaya. They are dive bombers, and there is no base in range that this aircraft could scout something at Nomaya. So enemy carriers are in Java Sea and near Nomaya. Okay. That is already enough for me. If I know where's the enemy carrier, then I can avoid them. So, the Japanese are sweeping Clarkfield, Georgetown, Surabaya, no one here. Airstrike on Clarkfield. Tja, I never saw the opportunity really to intercept them. And now it's a little late because the airfield is damaged again. Some of my aircraft getting damaged on the ground and 2 recon aircraft also destroyed. Most important is that the base is again trashed. I was just able to repair all the damage and now I'm back to start again. So I maybe have no other choice more but have to take on the battle over Manila. Because Clarkfield airport is closed again. And my flag is simply not strong enough to really stop this bombardment. Some sallies. Changsha, airstrike. But too weak to really have an impact. And here's the airstrike on Batavia. But on Batavia, I asked my Dutch Air Force to take on the battle. So I have now demons. Not really good airframes. Dutch Buffaloes without armor protection. But I also have Dutch Hurricane 2Bs. And they can normally take on a 0. The Buffaloes must only damage the enemy 0 and block them. And if I lose here some airframes, I have a lot of Dutch Buffalo airframes ready to fight. But I really have only a very low number of airframes are the Hurricanes. So losing Hurricanes would hurt, losing Buffaloes not so much. Anyway, I was able to intercept and defeat the incoming airstrike and killing a lot of Kates. Good. Here's the sweep. And now the afternoon. And I had to cap Batavia because Batavia was the port of retreat for all of my surface raiders at the night. And it was very clear that the enemy carrier division would attack Batavia. So I must cover this hex. Good. Still no hit on this cargo ship, fine. And the bigger part of this third carrier division strike group is going for Sorbaya and attacking here some ships in port. But because I sent all my fighters to Batavia, I only left behind low-level aircraft in Sorbaya. I maybe will lose this kind of ships now, but I don't care. And the mine layers are all empty because I dropped all my Dutch mines before. My flag was still able to down some of this aircraft. Yeah, now we're losing Georgetown. The fortress garrison was not able to move away, but nothing else there. These two units are also defeated, but they are still not losing all hope and they are retreating. Even if most of their equipment is maybe now destroyed, it's possible to maybe walk in 2 weeks back to my own base. And nothing else. So, yeah, win and lose at the same time. I was able to, not sink any carrier in the Java Sea. But I defeated and hold my own over Batavia. Good. Then see you soon again. So, that day was more action. Not all in my favor. Still, the air war was a victory for the Allies side. The Japanese lost a bunch of Kates overall. The airstrike on Sorbaya was maybe a success, but still lost a lot of aircraft. The altitude was too low, so my flak guns was able to down a lot of them, and over Sorbaya my cap was strong enough to defeat the enemy incoming airstrike. So, overall. I lost 5 buffaloes and a demon to achieve this, and these are only recon aircraft at Clarkfield, damage on the ground. So, 2 wounded and 4 killed pilots. Was okay. That was more or less a success story. What was not too successful was this attempt to cripple the enemy third carrier division at the Java Sea. I lost 1 American Clemson class destroyer. So these are really ships on the lower end with 1,200 tons and only 4-inch guns. Nothing I really will miss. And all this other equipment is not worse enough to talk about. Maybe the Japanese submarines are, still maybe trying to intercept here something, but not really successful. I don't send out too many task forces out of Pearl Harbor, and most of them are well escorted by at least 2 ships, often 3 escort ships. Maybe a short story about carriers. Saratoga is here, reforming some air wings, and Enterprise is under repair. So I need 12 days to finish the system damage, and maybe 25 days or 20 days at least for the flooding damage. So 2 months, I would say, and then the carrier is ready to operate once again. So here at Nomaya, I saw detection level, and you can see this task force was not detected, luckily, because it's empty, but it's running east to Pago Pago. But the enemy detected these 2 ships, so I guess the enemy must be maybe somewhere here, because too far away to detect this one, but detecting this, roughly speaking. So if I go east, I would maybe avoid detection in the future. Means I cannot really run everything between Sydney, Brisbane, and Pago Pago for a period of time. Not much more. My failed attempt to intercept the enemy, so my ships are returning. Lexington is here, the cruisers are covering. No enemy ships sighted, everything is fine. Yeah. But because there is no enemy presence here, I do or try a very aggressive move, taking here some low-level cargo ships and trying to load this last motorized support of the Lark force and bring it back to Port Moresby to rebuild the regiment. Maybe it's possible. Maybe I can do this. Darwin, nothing. Dutch East Indies, so far in this area, nothing really new. Some cargo ships trying to bring supplies to Mindanao or Luzon. Yeah, I just was able to repair all, and then the Japanese are bombing my airfield again, once again. And also the aircraft on the ground are getting damaged or destroyed. I had here my aircraft ready to intercept, but I want always give them a little more time to build up skill level. Now I have the skills, but no aircraft and airfield more. So I better move them back to Malila and trying to defend maybe the even more important shipyard. I have at least 3 submarines I could save if I give them 1 to maximum 3 more weeks to repair all. That would be nice. So there I have to take on the battle now. No other choice. Here Java, this was a missed opportunity. So I have a bunch of submarines in the same hex like the enemy carrier fleet, but no sub attack. My torpedo boats was able to even make attack on the enemy carrier, but failed to hit anything. My Dutch cruiser formation had 2 night battles and 1 day battle, but always missed the target more or less. So the only good outcome is that I lost no cruiser. I only lost 1 destroyer, and the second one is damaged by a 5-inch shell. But okay. This is also Kempston class destroyer. So this kind of ship I lost today. I think for destroyers they are weak, but more important is that you can change them to destroyer escort, and that is the best purpose. So they are sub-hunter killers, and they providing also a decent amount of flag power for a so small ship. And the rest of the map was not really too active. Nothing around Singapore. My Dutch air fleet is ready or was trying to attack, but they failed. I mean, without radar and this low level of experience, it's maybe not possible to make night strikes. And China, nothing really new, nothing to talk about. Only more and more submarines arriving at Japan, but also no success so far. So to sum up, missed opportunity Java Sea. I gambled a little too much for Clarkfield, but still, so long I can hold Manila and protect Manila port and the shipyard of Manila, I have a chance to repair my submarines. Good, then see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.